And we'll see the Bears' sure-handed wide receiver. He was a walking highlight reel last week with a 4-touchdown game. It's the Bears and the Saints on EA Sports.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Now Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, look.
Well, the defense did their job. They didn't allow any points on the opening drive. Now, second drive of the game, first for this offense. And what can they do with their go-around? And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Williams throwing on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how.
Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Carr going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off, and the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Zone cover. offense on the move. A red zone alert as we take you back into it with a 1st and 10 down at about the 12-yard line. Williams on 1st and 10.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little...
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter?
They'll run with Herbert.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries.
Let's drop you back in the action here. Football in the red zone. They're looking for a touchdown, but right now the focus is getting 7 yards on 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks...
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes he just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. That's caught by Johnson.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Here's 1st and 10. Carr. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's 1st down. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing his Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They run. It's Kamara. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here's Carr. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Bears offense ready to get going again.
And they've got this.
Ready, check.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Williams. He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if